Buying a home in the Katy and surrounding suburbs is pretty dang hard right now. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what you can expect as you begin your house hunting adventures in Houston in 2022. Hello and welcome. I am Danielle and I am a realtor in the Cypress and Katy area of Houston, and I help families either build or find their dream home before relocating to Houston. If you are moving to the Houston area and would like assistance, feel free to email me. I would love to help you out. And if you are not quite ready to email me to go house hunting, but you still want to keep tabs, you can also follow over on Instagram, where I post daily information about living in the Houston suburbs. Today, I wanted to share with you what I've been seeing in the market as far as putting offers in and what kind of competition you may be facing in the Katy and surrounding areas. I am going to get a little more detailed than just the generic Houston market update. I am mostly going to be focusing in on the neighborhoods and areas that I get the most messages on, and these are areas and neighborhoods with top-rated schools, master plan communities, and newer home communities, and so on. Because what happens in one neighborhood could be completely different in another neighborhood, especially in a city as massive as Houston. The location, schools, development, and the price point of the home and the neighborhood itself will all play a role in what kind of competition you're looking at in today's market. The first thing to note is that prices are still continuing to increase. In fact, if you bought in the west suburbs last year around this time, you have probably already seen a 10 to 20% increase in the value of your home, which is amazing. However, if you've been watching the market the last several months hoping that the prices would go down, you're probably aware by now that the prices you saw last year are now 15 to 20% higher this year. So if you saw a house listed for $500,000 last year, you can expect it to be $575,000 to $600,000 this year. We are also continuing to face very low inventory, especially in areas with top-rated schools and communities and neighborhoods that are close to shopping and amenities. In fact, in some areas of Cypress and Katy, we only have about 2 weeks worth of inventory to work with. And to put into perspective just how much inventory that actually is, in 2019, you could have seen at any given time about 900 homes listed in Katy. In today's market, the amount of homes listed in Katy is averaging to about 93 listings. So that is a huge difference in the amount of inventory we are working with right now. With the shortage of inventory and the amount of buyers looking to buy a home, as well as buyers moving into the market, it can still make for a very competitive market that is heavily favored towards the sellers. So typically what you'll see happen right now is that most new listings are coming to the market on Thursdays and Fridays. I will schedule showings for my clients on the weekends. However, a lot of these new listings are only showing during open houses on the weekend. So make sure you have a wide open schedule so that you can accommodate the allotted times to see some of these houses. And even if you can set up private showings for these houses, a lot of agents are listing them for overlapping appointments, meaning you'll probably be viewing the house with other potential buyers as well. In some of these very high demand neighborhoods with top rated schools and updated homes that are priced well, by Saturday or Sunday, at least 1/3 conservatively, but more realistically, half of these listings will have multiple offers on them with a highest and best offer deadline by the end of the weekend or a couple of days thereafter. And a majority of these listings are going for or above the asking price. In fact, in the last 12 months in the Katy and surrounding suburbs, we have seen 55 to 60% of the houses sold above the asking price. Most commonly, I've seen $5,000 to $20,000 over the asking price, but I've also seen people offer as much as $75,000 to $115,000 over the asking price and still get rejected. As far as how many offers you may be up against, I've seen anywhere from 3 to 7, all the way up to 15 to 25, depending on the home, the price, and the location. The good news is that not all homes are receiving multiple offers. If the home makes it through the weekend without multiple offers, my advice is to take a second look at it, especially if it's been listed for 8 to 10 days. Homes come out of contract all the time, and when this happens, the days on the market does not reset when it comes back to active status. So just because something has been on the market for a while doesn't necessarily mean something is wrong with it. It could have just been some flaky buyers. If you are trying to avoid a multiple offer situation altogether and have been considering new construction, this is a great option. However, this too has a few obstacles to consider in today's market. First, there are communities here in Houston that have inventory homes readily available. And by available, I mean they may have 1 to 5 inventory homes that are ready or coming in the next 6 months. Second is a lot of new construction communities are working on allotment and or price structures, meaning that once they sell a certain amount of houses every month, they have to stop until the following month. Or once they sell so many houses, they then have to do a price increase, and I've seen anywhere from a couple of thousand all the way up to 20,000, depending on how often they are doing the price increase. Also, it's no secret that new construction tends to have a higher price per square foot than some of the resale homes in the same area. Obviously, one of the reasons is that it's a brand new home that's never been lived in and more than likely has more modern, smart features than a resale home. 2, it has a full warranty for 1 to 2 years for anything that goes wrong with the house. And another reason is that a lot of these homes won't be ready for another 3 to 6 months, so sometimes the builder prices it accordingly so that it keeps up with the market trends of continuing to go upwards. And lastly, builders kind of know that it's a guaranteed house in a market like this. So far, I haven't seen a whole lot of bidding wars with new construction, so it is a good option for a lot of people who just want to get a house and have it secured by a certain time. Although there is some inventory for new home communities, there are other communities that are not releasing lots and instead are forming interest lists, and once the lots are released, they will call everybody on the interest list, and whoever has the earnest money and is ready to go is the one who secures the lot. All of this is not to be entirely negative or to discourage you. It is just to inform you so that you have realistic expectations on what to expect as you begin your house hunting journey in 2022. Even though inventory and price increases continue to be a problem, it is still possible, easier, and more affordable than many other markets in the country, and even more so than some of our neighboring cities like Austin and Dallas. We are a competitive market, but we are not the most competitive market. As long as you have a plan and strategy and you come with an open mind and enough time, you can find a beautiful home in the Houston market. I have another video on tips and strategies that I use to help my clients either find homes or win multiple offer situations. Since it is a private and unlisted video on my channel, if you would like the link, please email me and I will be happy to provide it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.